Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I'm about to animate a picture of George Washington. We're gonna drag and drop him here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Yes, that's right. We are gonna animate one of my heroes, and I'm sure one of yours, George Washington, today, a little bit later in this video. But before we do that, we want to set up the platform here on MyHeritage. It is like a different platform from Ancestry.com. Parallel in many ways, but often MyHeritage has some unique aspects that are not concordant with Ancestry.com. And MyHeritage primarily is for more European research trees. I have a tree up here just to connect with family closer in my genealogy who are still there. So it's a nice way to build a tree out and see if you can get living relatives in the continent you want to research. But MyHeritage has been light years ahead of Ancestry in terms of its AI generation. So if you want to turn photos into videos, right? Convert that family photo into a moving, living piece. Kind of scary on the AI front here. Drop a comment below. Let me know, like, how are you feeling about this? I was definitely ambivalent, to say the least. And I still have not yet explored fully the idea of bringing to life one of my grandparents or great grandparents. So if you're kind of in that realm, let me know in the comments below. I sure would love to hear from you on that perspective, or if you're just sort of gunning ahead with it. But so we're going to go through and animate. You're going to want to stick around for this. We're going to animate myself, okay, and then George Washington later, because there are actually two tools. So I said deep nostalgia. So if you go over here, right, we have the Photos tab. So deep nostalgia is where you're going to make moving images, right? You're going to bring images to life. But that's not all, because you want to stick around. There's this thing called LiveMemory, which is even more. It's like deep nostalgia on steroids, okay? Because deep nostalgia will take a picture and we're going to animate Mr. George Washington, but then we're going to do a live memory of him. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. We can make him move and do things, okay? Okay, so let's jump into it right now, and we are going to go and head on over to deep nostalgia. Now, preamble, disclaimer here at this moment. MyHeritage, so be very careful. Okay, this is kind of a little moment here. Be very careful, because if you need it, you need a subscription to use MyHeritage and to get into use the deep nostalgia tools. However, if you're going to be using many tools, which quantified means more than 5, you need to have a subscription to MyHeritage. Okay, so just know from the off that you get 5 free creations with deep nostalgia and LiveMemory before you get, hit behind the paywall where you have to do this. So know that up front, and then let's go into the page where we can animate Mr. Washington. Okay, let's do a dry run animation, and you're going to go into Photos. Let me show you how this is all works. So you go into Photos and you just click on deep nostalgia, and look at that. So you kind of get a preview of what it's like. This is a still, obviously, image, and this is what it does, create it to life. So you can actually upload a photo, or right here, you can just drag and drop from your own hard drive, right? And this is what I've done. Now, what I did was I just used this picture online I found of Mr. Georgie, okay? And then I ran it through the deep nostalgia tool. However, I've hit the paywall. I don't have a subscription on MyHeritage, but I really think that because of this new technology here, I'm going to go in on a subscription for MyHeritage. So let's go to Photos. So I've already done this, actually. So I'm going to just go to My Photos, and you can see what this is going to look like here. So I've already done the conversion. So here he is, okay? So here's George Washington, okay, here. And we have a colorize tool, right, before and after. This is like a, photo editing tool. This is before, little blurry. After, you can see the difference. It's actually pretty cool. I could see uploading old family photos I have, from the 1900s or 1800s, and just running it through this, which is why I'd actually go and pay for this myself. But I just want, so I'm going to run this and I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is the video that was created. I just have to say I'm in awe right now because, like, George Washington is a hero of mine, right? And I really just I've read so many books, and my dad was a big George Washington buff, and I inherited many of his books that he left to me as part of his collection. And so, like, doing this, I was a little bit starstruck, awestruck doing this. So, are you guys ready? Let's roll the footage after. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Like, what do you guys think about this? I want to know your reactions when you're washing this. There was a Freudian slip right there. Let's watch that again. Isn't that cool? Well, I was going to do a run through, but I went straight into George Washington there. And that may be true to life. I wonder if Martha would have looked at this and said, yeah, that's my boy. So that's the George Washington. Now, there's another level of animation that we're going to get to in the next segment here. You're going to want to stick around for that because I'm going to make him move and walk off frame. You're going to love this. This is going to be absolutely cool. So again, you can upload any photo you have, right? From George Washington to, your parents, with almost anyone. And when I say almost, I have to go over a disclaimer with you at the very sort of tail end of this. But let's go back to photos. Let's go back to photos here. And just want to show you really quickly. I know I've never shown my face on the channel so far, but maybe one day. But this is me anyway. So introducing myself to you now. This is an AI image of me that I created, and I just did this for fun to make it. So this is, hello everybody. Welcome to the Family History Foundation. I look a little bit younger in here, but yeah, like and subscribe while you're here. It's like I'm talking to you right now. Okay. Anyway, so that's the deep nostalgia. So this is really cool. Now, what's going to happen next is even more mind-blowing, because imagine taking an image like this, but now having the ability to make things move and play. Now look at what LiveMemory does. Turn your favorite photos into amazing video clips. I mean, folks, this is where technology has become. So from this photo, you can make this person play. Okay, let's do a LiveMemory video right now. Okay, so we can upload here, or you can drag and drop, and you can go through this processor here. But once you hit the paywall, you got to go through. Let's go through My Photos. Okay. And let's do an animation, and I'll show you the animation I previously did. Okay, so let's click on George Washington here. Now you can use the animate button and it'll animate, but here's the cool part with LiveMemory. The options you get are absolutely crazy. Okay, so LiveMemory, and you can create LiveMemory of this. Okay, and I've created one already, and I'll show you. But here's where it gets wild, right? Because you can do a custom animation. You can choose an emotional gesture or an effect, or you can relive the memory, reenact the scene realistically. Now, when you click on these, it's going to give you options. Now, this is where the technology just outshines anything that I know. So you can say, okay, George Washington, from the picture we have, let's make him hug. Well, nobody else is in the picture. Kissing. With George Washington, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do that. That's weird. Laughing? Okay, I'd make George Washington laugh. Dance? I don't know. Maybe you're not dance. With historical figures like of that ilk, I'd be a little bit more sort of reluctant to do the wild things with them. But that's just my conservative nature here. But I do that with another picture. Sing? You could make George Washington sing. Whisper a secret? That might be kind of cool. George Washington, what would he whisper? Yeah, drop a comment below. What would he whisper? Making a face? Wouldn't that be cool? So you can do fun effects like George Washington underwater, or a T-Rex coming out. Did you know, this is a fun fact, in George Washington's day, they didn't know that dinosaurs existed, right? How cool is that? Balloons, you can have balloons. So again, you can do a lot of different things to these pictures. I could have made it rain on George Washington, or zero gravity, or George Washington hair razor, right? So there's so many things that you can do with this animation. And again, or you can relive the memory, and there's just, let's see what happens here. Creating your living memory. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. So this is what happened with me. It says bringing memories to life can take some time. We'll notify you as soon as it's ready. It emails me, and that lets me know It's ready. But let's go back here, and let's go back to the photos, and I want to just show you what I created here. Okay, with George Washington, let's do an escape the frame. So this is the preview here. It's like somebody walking off the frame. Let's try this. This should be kind of fun. Okay. Yep. Let's consent to the terms, and let's work our magic. So again, it's important to note that once you do the LiveMemory, it'll show up in your photos collection, and after it's created, right, you can download them by going to photos, right, and then you can click on stuff, and then when it opens, again, you can download those things once they're completed. So I'm going to show you how I animated George Washington. So like I downloaded the picture, the MP4 of some other things I did, and also here we go. So this is what I did. And this is MyHeritage, right? Here we go. And we're going to, let's bring this a little bit more in frame here. And we're going to watch him walk off screen. How amazing is that? So this is amazing right here, okay? Okay, bonus. My LiveMemory is ready. Look at this. This is what came up. It doesn't really come up on the platform itself. It emails you, and then you have to kind of click a separate link in your email, and then it'll take you to the page, and it says your LiveMemory is ready. But look, this is what I created. Yeah, it's a LiveMemory. I guess it's supposed to, and I can create another one or download this video, which I'm going to do right now to save this. This is really cool. Really briefly, you know, there are a lot of things to consider when sharing photos across genealogy, right? We've all encountered whether that hesitancy to share a photo or not, keep it private, because it represents something personal to us, because each one of our ancestors are part of us. They lived and breathed and came before us and basically made us who we are. So uploading randomly or sort of frivolously, right, we have to sort of question that. And so, you know, if you scroll down from LiveMemory, there's an FAQ section, and it goes over what it looks like, how does it work, how to create one, and so on and so forth. But at the very bottom, this is something of an interesting note that you may want to just think about, all right? And it says, you know, you are required to use LiveMemory responsibly, right? And here's kind of something of a caveat that I want to share. You must not upload photos of living people other than you unless you receive their permission, basically consent, beforehand. So I want you to think about that as you dive into the tool, only as far as to say to respect people, okay? You know, this is for research, this is for genealogy, and think about it in terms of your own family history and the permissions and being an accurate research source hound. Did you know that there is a lot to consider though in your genealogy research decisions? I mean, think about some of the massive decisions that you are facing right now in your genealogy and things that could affect each other and other researchers, right? We talked extensively about sharing trees, through lines, and whether people just copy and paste trees and, you know, like excessive amounts of ancestors in trees. What does that mean for your research? And how can you sort of not copy that and be a responsible researcher? Well, in this next video coming up in this series, I outline some of these tools for you, brand new tools from Ancestry. And these are how these 15 Ancestry tools are hidden in plain sight right in front of you, right under your nose, that you can explore, use, utilize, and level up your research. So I want you to go and watch that video next and keep your research alive. Okay, thank you for watching. Franklin here. Go hit that video.